Hey, I'm going to go over 5 lessons that my agency has learned with millions of dollars of YouTube advertising spend. And these 5 lessons are high-level strategy takeaways. They're not really tactics, so keep that in mind. Lesson number 1 is that YouTube allows for very aggressive scaling. A lot of other platforms don't. Currently, Facebook is not good for aggressive scaling. Why do you think there's so many Facebook ads courses on how to scale? It's because it's so difficult, right? That's why people pay $1,000 or $10,000 to learn how to scale Facebook ads from $1,000 a day to $10,000 a day. With YouTube ads, scaling for us is quite easy. We usually find that you can scale 2 to 3x faster on YouTube than on Facebook. Sometimes you can even go from $1,000 a day to $10,000 a day, just like that. It's really not one of those scenarios where if you scale, your CPAs go up massively. They may go up a bit, but it's not like Facebook where it just goes completely crazy. And that's one thing I really love about YouTube advertising, is that the scaling part is usually a lot simpler and a lot more efficient than with Facebook and with other ad platforms. Big lesson number 2. YouTube is a lot harder to learn initially, but it's a lot better for the intermediate or advanced user. So with Facebook ads, you could be a beginner and you could be somebody who doesn't have a ton of ad experience, and you could still do a decent job and get decent results. However, where Facebook becomes really tough is when you start scaling, when you're starting to spend more. Facebook is really beginner friendly, but I find for intermediate and advanced users, there are a lot of frustrations involved with that platform. With YouTube, what we see is initially, if you're a beginner, YouTube is a tough platform. It's so tough to make work just because of the fact that there's so many little traps, there are so many little things that could go wrong, and the fact that, you know, the creative is a big part of it. So what we find, on the other hand, is once you get past that beginner grind with YouTube, then at the intermediate and advanced level, YouTube is just incredibly powerful. You can just outcompete your advertisers, other advertisers and competitors, once you actually know what you're doing on the, with the YouTube and the Google platform. Takeaway number 3, it's all about the creative. It's so important with YouTube ads. With Facebook, yeah, it's important. You need great copy, great images, great video. But with YouTube, it's all about the video. And it's kind of a distinction that people struggle with because they get used to image and text and those type of ads on Facebook. So when they go to YouTube and now you're having to kind of come up with video creatives, they forget that in Facebook, you have to test dozens of creatives if you're really running an account. And on YouTube, they'll test 1 or 2 and it doesn't work. And then they say, oh, YouTube is a really tough platform. It didn't work for me. Well, the thing is, you didn't put effort into the number 1 feature of YouTube, which is that it's all about video. So you do have to work on video. It's the difference between spending a couple $100s a day and spending $10,000 a day. It's all about the creative. And we've just seen such a big correlation between, okay, if you're feeding YouTube new creatives and you're feeding that machine and you're constantly testing creatives, you will just kill it. On the other hand, if you just rely on one creative, you're not really proactive about it, you're gonna get 20 to 30% of the results that you could get. And that's really why with YouTube, creative is king. Yeah, targeting is useful, but I would say creative is multiple times more important than what targeting you choose on YouTube, because targeting is pretty easy to do, creative is hard to do. And that's also why we script video ads for our clients, is because we see that, if they follow our scripts, they'll do better. So it's really important to focus on the creative with YouTube. Takeaway number 4, ads cannot make a losing funnel work. This is something we've had to learn as an advertiser. Everybody thinks their funnel is going to work, but if you don't, follow the core principles of creating an offer that people want and then selling it in a way that there's like a smooth transition from being a cold person that doesn't know you to being a buyer, then it's not going to work. So the offer and the funnel has to be on point. And this is something that, people for some reason think that ads can make a losing funnel work. It doesn't work like that. And people are willing to also give up too easily, right? It's the way really advertising works, or on these paid platforms such as YouTube and Facebook, is that with the data you get, you have to make optimizations. If you're not making optimizations on your funnel, then you're not going to win. So you have to constantly be just thinking about, hey, how can I make my funnel convert better? What are the benchmarks? What are the KPIs? What are other people doing in terms of what I'm not doing? And you should also be talking to other people in the same space, trying to figure out, hey, how much are they earning per lead? How much are they paying per lead? Because a lot of times, because we work with a lot of clients, we see some clients who have their funnels convert 3x more than other clients. And then, obviously the clients that are converting 3x more, they're getting sales, and they're making a profit on their advertising. And ultimately the advertising is, a key part of it, but you can't make a losing funnel work. And that's something that you just have to really drill it in your head and understand that the funnel is really the bulk of it, and really put your energy towards that. Takeaway number 5. So this is a mistake I see a lot of people in the info product, coaching, or high ticket offer niche make, is they price their products way too low. So what we've actually seen is, usually if you think that, oh, my clients won't buy if I raise the price, usually that's a wrong assumption. What we've seen is conversion rates don't go down linearly with the price going up. So let's say you have a product at $1,000 and a product at $2,000. You may think that, hey, if you double your price, your conversion rate goes down by 50%. Often it won't go, or by 2x, right? But realistically, what happens a lot of time is it doesn't go down by 2x. It might go down a little bit, but not as much as you think. And then your overall, basically, profitability on the funnel goes up. So really a big thing I see in this niche is people are scared to charge high ticket, especially in the fitness niche. People in the fitness niche are definitely scared of high ticket. I think the few people who've actually done high ticket in fitness are crushing it, while most people are just afraid of, when they're doing something in fitness niche, of charging like $1,000. And so you get so many info products in the $50, $60 range, when in fact, if you just structure the offer a bit differently, people would be willing to pay $1,000 for it. So that's really something key to remember, is just often you're more likely charging too low than charging too high. So play around with that, experiment with that, try raising your prices for a week and see what happens, and you might be surprised. So yeah, guys, those are 5 big takeaways we've gotten. Let me know if you have any questions, comment or subscribe below. And also check out my YouTube ads course if you want more high-level insights, as well as detailed breakdowns of advertising campaigns. That will also be in the link below.
With our feet on the ground, and we will talk. With our head in the clouds, and we will walk. With our feet on the ground, and we will talk. With our head